All right, homies, we are in the shop working on the S-10 tonight. We were taking the engine out of it. We took it to a test and tune a few weeks back, and it was kind of a last minute deal, just like everything else. And the truck had been sitting for a while, and the last time I had it out, I thought that the oil pressure was a little bit lower than normal, but I thought maybe it just needed change. So we changed the oil, seemed fine, took it out there, and we ended up with a rod noise. Oh, fuck, bud. And we got metal in the oil. You guys ever wondered how much of a piece of crap this thing is? That is my firewall separating from my floor. All right. So, first thing we're gonna start taking apart this turbo kit. Headers, pull the elbow off, fuel lines, wiring. We'll get to yanking it out. Hang on, we got a ground wire. Find those on Marketplace for $800 with a hole in the side of them. Got this one for like $1,000. That was a show car. This motor has been in there for I don't see anything wrong with it.
I got a screwdriver. Oh, wow.
How'd that happen? Heat? Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. See, that's how you're supposed to be able to take a rod cap off with. That's weird though that the bolts are bent. The bearing itself. You see it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, from being next to it. Mm-hmm. Probably got some trash in it beside it. One side of the exhaust on that pass, it was like dumping fuel out. And I think one of the injectors probably like stuck open or something. Yeah. I shut down because I was so used to, you were like. All right, guys, it's Wednesday. We've got the engine out of the S-10, but Bob is out of town, so I can't drop it off at his shop. He won't be back till next week. So I'm kind of at a standstill there. The truck is gonna go to Mike Lane and get some work done to it soon. He's gonna redo the cage and just make it better, make it safer. And we may go ahead and do the Nicky Bobby 4-link kit, the bolt-in 4-link that fits True Street rules. So I think I'm gonna have Mike tackle that project while we are fixing up the engine. And not sure what route I want to go yet. I think I want to put a little bit more stroke in it and maybe make it like a 400 again, or a 421 or 415, something like that. I don't want to get into a ton of stroke, but I think a 400, it was really happy with a 400 in it before. I'd like to loosen the converter up just a little bit. It's a little bit tight. And we're gonna put it back on E85 and set it up for True Street next year. It'll have an intercooler. And I'm thinking about putting a single turbo on this thing. I've been talking to Precision. They've got an 88 millimeter that they want to try on this deal, and I'm interested to try it too. I really think that it would probably make as much or more power with a single 88 than it did before. It's never had an intercooler, but we're fixing to put an intercooler on it and put it back on E85. That way I can drive it again and really, really enjoy it. True Street is getting really popular anymore, and I think that's where this truck fits the best, is probably in a True Street class or something like that. So that's what we're gonna gear it up towards. Hell, we may even take the wing off of this thing because I think they're gonna ban wings next year, at least the big wings. I would definitely like to see this thing get used more than it does, and I think that's the best way to go about doing that. This thing sitting here, it's got an issue. Every once in a while, it'll like sit crooked. I'm not sure why. It's got like a gangster lean to it, and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So I'm going to be changing the springs on the Nova today. I think they're 100s or 95s in the rear, and we've got a ton of weight in that car, and we want to put more in it. We're going to be racing it on the backside this weekend at Milan, and we did the gear change recently, and it made it faster, but we got to get the tires hooked up again. So we're going to have to do a little bit of a spring change on the back and put more weight in it, and then we can hopefully use more of the power that we have. Something else that I've really been thinking about for the Nova is setting it up for the Warriors class. I really want to get into more of a, I don't know how to say this without sounding bad towards no prep, but more of a professional type of racing. World Cup finals is coming up, and there's a lot of hype around that race every year. And every year I'm like, man, I wish I would have set one of the cars up for a class. Look who showed up. Mr. Jax Wax himself. That's pretty awesome. That Monte Carlo is gorgeous. That's the most beautiful one I've ever seen. All right, so my next adventure today, I'm going to go get some wheels for this Blue Nova because we're going to take some pictures of it tomorrow and put it on the website. So we are officially going to be giving away this blue and white Nova starting Friday night, and it's going to run through the weekend. There's a limited quantity of these jackets, and we have some brand new Camaro apparel that we're going to be putting on the website. I've got some non-hooded sweatshirts and some other things, some new hats. So you're going to get a chance to win this car, and you get entered with a badass jacket or a new hoodie or whatever. So it's going to be a good opportunity for somebody, but I can't let this car go on these ugly wheels. I can't do it. So I found some Billet Specialties wheels up in Marion, Ohio. Probably close to the track that closed, we used to go to. But I'm gonna go pick those up, and turns out they're the perfect backspace, perfect size. So we're gonna try to put those on it tonight. We're gonna take the old El Camino because it's got plenty of room in the bed. Oh. Need some carburetor work. I think I know a guy that does that. All right, hour and a half later, we're here. All right. It's a new day, it's Thursday. We are getting ready to go to Jegs in the Blue Nova. I have to pick up some springs for the Black Nova and some tires and a drive shaft collar. So we're gonna be taking the little Blue Nova. This will be probably my last day driving it. So I'm gonna try and enjoy it. And yeah, I'm gonna miss it for sure. I pulled it out and I just see Kenny nodding his head.
Yep.
That's how you know. That's a good looking car right there.
Yeah.
I gotta go to Jegs. Slight change of plans. The tires that the wheels that I bought last night had tires that came on them that were a little bit old, and I started driving it and the rear ones need balanced, or maybe just need some new rear tires, but no big deal. We'll get that taken care of when I get back. Beautiful day. Jakes. Got a will call for Billy Hoskinson. True Street to the lanes, True Street to the lanes. All right, we got our springs, we've got our tires, we've got a starter for Grandpa's 55 that my dad was needing, and we've got our drive shaft collar for the Nova to have traction control again. Good to go. Buddy, that thing sounds good. Love a nice C10. What up? Got our struts back from Mincer, and we got a front end mounting kit to put the fiberglass front end on the Nova. So I talked to Mike earlier, and he's wanting to do it Friday and try to do it all in one day. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. We'll disconnect the anti-roll bar and set you back in it, and we'll try to get it to where it's level. If we go back to front side racing with it, I'd like to lower the front down about 1/2 inch to 1 inch. But I think it needs to be up there
For what we're doing.
for most of what we're planning on doing the next couple weeks. I put in an inquiry about World Cup to run Warriors class.
1/4 mile?
Yeah.